Good afternoon, folks. Hope you're all doing well. In today's video, it's going to be a positive one on Sorare. The positivity is going to come through my experience of playing Sorare through a bear market, a bull run, and also another bear market as we're in now. This video is specifically for people who've joined in like the last year or so, who I'm assuming 90 odd percent of those people, through no fault of their own, would be showing a loss on their initial investment purely due to the cards prices dropping across the board and considerably dropping too. Now, let me make it perfectly clear. I am not for 1 minute suggesting that isn't a concern, because it is. However, I think the state of the economy, we're also in a bear market that has a major impact on these crypto platforms. And I'm convinced when we start seeing a brighter future in the real world and the bull run starts to come into effect, I think prices will go up. I'm not suggesting they're going to go back up to anywhere the levels they were, because I genuinely think they got to an amount that was overpriced. But I think we will see a certain percentage rise across the board. However, please don't take that as advice. This is just my opinion. So I'm going to take you back to when I first joined Sorare, which was three and a bit years ago. I was customer number 481 on Sorare. I got on really early, and I know what position I was on because at the time Sorare data tracked that. It would also be on the blockchain. So, like I said, I was on really, really early. However, at that time, we were in a bear market. There was not much movement on Sorare at the time. Prices were very, very cheap for rare cards because that's all that was out there at the time. They were obviously super rares, but they weren't none of these common cards around. But prices were very, very cheap. Also, just to add, Ethereum was about £220 per coin. So I invested all the money I could, and my strategy was to buy as many cards as I possibly could with the money I had. Fast forward about 4 months in to my journey, the bear market had come to an end and the bull run had just started to kick in. At that time, Sorare introduced thresholds for rare teams, exactly like it is now, other than it wasn't capped. You put 5 players in, you hit 250 points, you would win 0.2 ETH. And you would also get 0.1 ETH for hitting 225 points. I can't remember the exact amounts in pounds, but I think the lower threshold was worth about, I want to say £6 something. And obviously the higher threshold was worth double that, so it was around about £12. I believe that is correct from memory. Given the bull run that had just started to happen, thresholds being introduced, Sorare had a huge influx of new users. Prices went through the roof, and people who got on early benefited big time. I'm no expert, but I am of the belief, although Sorare with marketing, or not so much marketing, but there was people like myself on Twitter promoting or trying to promote Sorare. There were other people doing it too. I believe the bear or the bull run had a huge significance in attracting the new people involved, because people who are involved in crypto want to get involved in crypto projects, and there's no better time than a bull run. And likewise, when there's a bear market, crypto projects in general struggle. Now, when I say struggle, I'm not talking about the company itself. I'm talking about the assets you buy on these things, cards, etc. Generally, you will see a decline in prices, and maybe not to the extent they have. It's no surprise to me that they have dropped over the last 8 to 12 months. I think we're all guilty at some stage in forgetting that first and foremost, Sorare is a crypto platform. I think we all start looking at other things, what rewards we can win, getting the best teams possible, etc. But like I said, never forget it's a crypto platform, and that will have positive and negatives on both sides. So going back to when the thresholds were first introduced, the bull run had started, huge influx of new users coming through the door. At one stage, when Ethereum was at an all-time high, which was November of 2021, I believe, I was receiving, and I say whoever was hitting 250 points on a rare team were almost receiving £100 per game week just for hitting 250 points. And that was for the rare team, like I said, because that was the only thing available. So what I just want to do is give you some idea. I'm not suggesting Ethereum is going to 20 times again in this next bull run, whenever that is going to be. However, I'm pretty bullish on it. I think it will go at least 5 times higher than what it is today. So even if you're playing on the limited threshold team now, it is currently roughly about $5 in Ethereum that you're receiving. If you were just to bank that up and keep it in your wallet or your Sorare wallet, whatever wallet it is, in theory, when the bull run comes, you would win. Just say, for example, it goes up 5 times, so it's 5.5 grand in the next bull run. What you're winning today, $5, is in theory $25. If you want to do that on a rare team, it's $250. And that's why I'm always going on, banging on about people. Their first priority is a threshold team. Whether it's a limited or rare, that is your best bet, in my opinion. And that is largely down to my confidence in Ethereum doing well in the next bull run. I'm also convinced in the next bull run, Sorare will get huge numbers like it did in the last bull run of new users coming through the door. I'm convinced of it because, like I said, people who are getting involved in crypto, they want to get involved in projects. If they love football, then in my opinion, there's no better platform to get involved in than Sorare. And finally, I think Sorare have come too far. They've, in time, effort, the amount of investment they have just to fall by the wayside. I just don't see that happening. Although any company can go bust. So please, again, it's not advice, it's just my opinion. But I'm of the opinion Sorare is here to stay. I can't see issues on unsustainability, etc. Because I think, although I've had my issues with the management, I believe they know what they're doing. And like I said, I think it's here to stay. I genuinely don't know anyone since I've been on the platform that has tried Sorare and thought, oh, I don't really like it, it's not for me. Everyone that I've spoken to over the years has gone on the platform and they've become addicted in a good way, I want to add. So that's really my opinion on it. I've produced this video in particular because I've seen a few negative videos on YouTube regarding the prices are so rare, whether it's a good time to be leaving the platform, etc. Again, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I understand their concerns, etc. However, if history repeats itself, which it tends to do, I think in the next bull run we're going to see a lot of positive things on Sorare. And hopefully, like I said, the people who are showing big losses on their initial investment, for people who've joined in the last year or so, they will recoup a lot of it back purely and simply through Ethereum going through the roof. And if you're getting at thresholds, there's a way of getting your money back. Clear to me. That's where the money comes from, because even if cards don't go up, if you're winning $50 today, then if it does go up 5 times, like I've said before, it's equivalent of winning $250 whenever the bull run comes in. Now, like I said, please don't take this as a given. This is just my opinion. In my opinion, everyone should be putting a threshold team in, whatever rarity it is, because the reasons I've already given with Ethereum going up in the next bull run, and obviously only invest what you can afford to lose, because there aren't any guarantees. Another positive with the prices falling as low as they have been is people can get involved in rare teams. For example, goalkeepers or certain goalkeepers are really good value, in my opinion, to get a rare team. Some of the prices I've seen now, this is my gallery, you can see here. There's risks with certain players like Davy Klassen, but if you look at his goal and assist record, 28 quid for his rare. There's no guarantee he's going to be a regular starter anymore at Ajax, but even if he moves, he's too good for 28 quid, in my opinion. I think you can get a threshold team, a rare one, for a reasonable price that could potentially give you huge returns in the future. But anyone watching who's new to Sorare ish, my advice, first and foremost, at whatever level you can afford, is get a threshold team and start banking that out, accumulating it for when the bull run comes. Anyway, guys, that's what I think. Love to hear your comments. I think certain people or some people might disagree completely with what I've said. Whatever your opinion is, please put in the comments below. And whatever you decide to do, all the very best. And I'll see you soon. Cheers, guys.